Good evening, everyone. Welcome all to our meditation session. It's so lovely to have you all tonight. So to do another practice of meditation. This is, training our mind. And before we start our practice, let us take some moment to reflect and have some understanding, understanding of the basis or foundation of what we are doing, right? So, if we had the chance to remind the email, there was a quote in that email, and it is directly from the Buddha. I don't know whether we have anyone who has a great memory power to remember the quote. So it's basically, it says that actually when Buddha was giving an important teaching about the mind, and this is important rule about our mind. It's very important to understand that very important rule of our mind. What we think about ponders over quite often, and that our mind develops a leaning towards that. So what we think about often, contemplate often, ponder over often, that becomes the inclination of our mind. So the more we think about certain things, the way we think about simply whenever you are doing your normal things, and when we keep pondering and thinking about certain things, that way of thinking becomes a pattern in our mind, becomes the inclination of our mind. So it's a very important realization to have, and that's how our mind works. And then why we need to understand this, because that inclination, that pattern that we develop from our normal thinking, like we may be thinking about very petty issue, something that's not really important, not that important, but we keep thinking about it, ponder about it in different ways. But that thinking, it has a big impact on our overall mind, because that way of thinking will gradually develop a similar pattern in us. And that pattern becomes something that will influence us in our next experience. Once we develop a pattern, and then it provides the basis for us to interpret whenever we encounter anything in our life, how we view things, how we see things, and how we feel about anything, and how we respond to anything. All will depend on that inclination, that tendency, that leaning that we have developed in our mind. So we know that our well-being of our life, our happiness, is not always determined by what like external conditions. Of course, other people, other situations, other conditions influence us, but mainly our overall happiness and well-being is mainly determined by our nature of our mind, how we see things, how we feel about things, and how we respond to things. So our internal mind is a key in a way of for us to achieve any peace or happiness in our life. Therefore, paying attention to what we think about most often is very important. What we think about. So if you think, okay, whatever we ponders about, things about, become the inclination of our mind. And the question you can ask, what I think about often in my life, what I think about when I drive, what I think about when I do laundry, what I think about when I'm just at leisure. What are the topics, how you think about, like just simply pondering, thinking, and imagining. It will sound very innocent and simple, but it has a very big impact, right? And so that is why we really need to pay a little bit of more attention to what we think about. And using the same rule, we can also do something better, right, Bante?
Yeah.
So, like, usually whatever we think about, ponders about, becomes the pattern in our mind. And so, knowing that rule, then we can make conscious effort to purposely uh, keep, pursuing or pondering and thinking about wholesome things. That is one technique that we do in our meditation, right, Bante? When we practice loving kindness meditation, we think again and again, we ponder again and again, we generate more and more thoughts of well-being, right? How many times, Bante, you say be well, happy, and peaceful? Many times, right?
Yeah.
You may find it's very repetitive. You know, I don't know. Here, Bante, they find the repetition is boring.
Yeah, every day we are doing the same meditation,
Oh
same
yeah, the
instructions.
same meditation,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, in fact, I remember Bante, one of our friends came, Bante, you do the same meditation every day. Do you have anything new? And because we always want something new, something different, like that's how we have been, familiar with, right? But the repetition has a very big impact.
Yeah.
Because the whatever we repeat, it becomes the pattern and the habit. So that's many.
Yeah. To convert into a positive side is in the beginning, it's very difficult, Bande.
Yes, very difficult, exactly. To start at the beginning. Maybe at the beginning, when you come to practice this meditation, Bante say that may all beings be well and happy. You say, you may not feel like, I don't feel like wishing you well and happy. That may be the initial feeling, but of course, more we do it, and eventually become something very easy. And that's the nature of the mind too. Yes.
I gotta say, it's very part of my meditation. I repeat to people, be happy. But with repetition, unless I'm mistaken, last week you did not say, picture the baby. You didn't say that. You would be happy to say, picture the baby. You didn't know baby last week.
Yeah. So you like the repetition, right? Yeah. So the more we repeat, and our mind is slowly building that pattern. Actually, this quote has a very important neurological significance. Of course, now with neuroscience is growing, and understanding what you call a neuroplasticity, right? Our brain is not have not stopped growing; it continues to grow, can continue to rewire itself. So neuroplasticity, there's a very famous saying in the neuroscience, called the neurons that fire together will wire together. The neurons that fire together will wire together. That means that these two neurons, if they are firing together, eventually they create a connection, and that become a network, and they will fire together. So that means we are constantly developing neural network. The more when our brain engages in certain activity, and then it develops a pattern on that. The neural network related to that activity becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. So initially we develop different neural network in our brain, and then more we repeat those pattern and become stronger and stronger and stronger. And then next time we only need a little bit of effort, and automatically that neural network will get activated. So then we already have so many neural network, and that's what happened to us. whenever we see some person, whenever we see some image, whenever we see some symbol, that whole neural network activates. You only need very simple visual form, maybe even a sound, maybe sound of a familiar song. The first word you just hear, and it can create whole world for you, right? And the whole neural network get activated because there's by repetitive listening to that song and associating other memories with that, we already have a available neural network, and the small trigger can activate the whole neural network. So therefore, when we keep practicing loving kindness meditation, we are actually rewiring our brain. We are firing certain neurons, and then we are creating a neural network. When we do it every week, you are strengthening that pattern more and more and more and more. So because we do the same meditation, it's the same repetition of the same pattern. The more you activate that pattern, it becomes a very strong. It's become available in our mind, even with a simple trigger. The more you practice it, and next time when you see a baby, or when you see a little creature, or maybe when you see a simple, even a stranger, and then that neural network will activate, and you'll genuinely feel, feel loving kindness toward that, being, or toward that person. And the brain, even though if you don't purposely create those patterns, mind is anyways going to create its patterns. So it's up to us whether we are going to use this rule for our own benefit, or we are just going to let our mind to create its own pattern, whatever the way it wants. So that is where the meditation is a technique that using this plasticity of the brain, this this flexibility of the mind and this nature, and then we are purposely generating this wholesome neural network. Then they become very strong in us, and then it is easy for us to feel happy. It becomes very easy. Right now, it's very easy for us to feel angry. It's very easy for us to feel frustrated, and sometimes it can be very easy for us to feel afraid. I'm not put there are good reasons to be afraid, but what happens is that actually because we have repeated it many times, so right now you only need a little bit of irritation. Maybe the person in front of you doesn't move when the green light's on. You cannot wait for 2 seconds. That is enough. This little delay is enough for you to really activate your neural network, and you will feel really bad about it, angry about it, and will do something. And because those are available, right? So we want to replace those patterns with wholesome patterns. So that's what we are doing. So really, when you come here on Tuesdays, you are really rewiring your brain. You are really changing your neural patterns, are restructuring, and whatever available wholesome patterns are, is strengthening, and they are becoming stronger and stronger. Yeah. So let us remember that, and so we had to do two things. One is purposely, generate wholesome patterns, like we do in loving kindness meditation. And other times we had to be a little bit mindful and a little bit careful of what I'm thinking about. Sometimes we think about certain topics that will, create, unhappiness, in us, but we have to think again. Do I have to think about it? Sometimes we may have to think about difficult, issues, but sometimes we simply keep, simply keep indulging on these topics without really having any, real practical, benefits. So we have to be careful that letting our brain, letting our mind to indulge in those things may not be really healthy for us ultimately. So developing the habit of like be well and happy, be well and happy, having that wish all the time, can be really, really helpful. Any thoughts or questions about that? Yes? Yeah. You first. Yeah.
I was gonna say that's one of the things, but I'm glad to be back and I love coming here for it because when I think of be well, be happy, be peaceful, I think of your voices and that gives me it's a balm. And it just kind of sets that network, that pleasant,
Pleasant,
peaceful, gentle network afire, you
Yeah.
know? And so I just thank you for that.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes?
Yeah, I think, like most humans, emotions rise real quickly in myself. And I've gotten to the point where I can see them and observe them, but I still have trouble sometimes changing my focus to something more wholesome. Do you have any advice on that? Because like I can see it happening, I noticed it happening. It's almost like my neurological system, whatever, it's just on its own at that point.
Stronger, yeah.
So, if there's any advice to
Yeah.
intercept that and change it, it would be appreciated.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Actually, this is the, the gradual, path, this like, and at least when if you become aware of that, that's a big growth, big development, like being aware of our own anger or frustration or agitation, and becoming aware of it's a big step, because usually all these things happen at our unconscious level. How we see things, how we interpret things, how we feel about those things, how we react to those things happen in a very unconscious level. We have no control. So becoming aware of those patterns is already a progress. So usually we call this stage conscious incompetence. Initially, we start from unconscious incompetence. Right? We are not aware of it. We have no way to control. We have no ability, capacity to change it. But right now, we have come to the point conscious incompetence. You become aware of it, but still you don't have enough strength to like change it. Yeah, but it still it's a progression. Yeah, and of course, what we can do as a technique is that we can do two things. One is one way is like actually change the topic, change the focus to something else. But sometimes if the issue is so relevant, issue is so pressing, we may not be able to simply ignore it and think about something else. Let's say maybe our best friend did something wrong to us. So in that way, instead of changing the focus, we can actually change the way we think about the same thing. We think about the same incident or same person, same topic, but we try to think differently. So initially we can develop more empathy for that person, and I try to understand from that person's point of view, what could have been the condition for that person to behave like that way. So instead of developing anger, frustration, we try to learn more get more perspective and think about the same issues slightly differently. So that will be one technique, if it is really useful.
Yeah, I find with myself, it's a lot, especially like because I have a toddler at home and we just got a puppy, so the sleep interruption, obviously, you first wake up, you're like, what's going on? So that's very useful to try and think of, put myself in the dog shoes, they just need to go to the bathroom. Messing with me, everything. So that's a good perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if our friend was here, but it made me think about the water. And the water doesn't get dirty, it gets dirt in it. Like your mind, that thought that drives that emotion visits, doesn't reside in your mind. And the quicker you get that thought, when you contemplate the thought, you let it have time. So the whole idea, if you were at that discussion about the mind and that thought visits, and you allow how long it stays, but you also have to really, it's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
Take time, practice.
Yeah.
Right, so I've been there, so I understand what you're saying with the thought, how much resonance you give it, you give that power.
Well, and coming from someone who also has toddlers at home, someone told me to reframe it because of course you're tired, you get woke in the middle of the night, you're frustrated. And this can go for a friend who's very needy or a relative who's very needy. Just take comfort in the fact that they find comfort in you and try and refocus it that way and to know that you can provide that gift to someone rather than focusing on how angry you may feel about it.
That's great, thank you.
Okay, so I'm so glad that we are all learning our mind training. Yeah. So let's keep doing it, and then we will eventually develop very strong neural network in our brain that are very wholesome. So so we will not be able to we will live a more peaceful, more peaceful and meaningful, kind, compassionate life because of our inner training, and then our own, expression of that kindness can also influence others also. When we behave like that, so it influences others too. Okay, so are you ready to rewire your brain? Yes. So we will do some movements to create more awareness of our body. So we are going to use our deep breathing as a beginning. Remember, we learned to breathe. We go three parts breathing. So we want to fill 3 parts of our lungs. And we have lower parts and middle part and upper lobes. And usually the air doesn't get very much to the upper parts of the lungs. So right now we are going to take a little bit longer breath, until we feel some air in our upper lobes of the lungs. So we will do that, breathing in very slowly, gently, and then we will also breathe out very slowly. So we will take long breaths, but not forcefully, very gentle, very gently. I usually, in samurais, there's in samurai training in Japan, and when they are trained to breathe, they usually say that they usually keep a bird's feather in front of their nose, and they should breathe in and breathe out without moving the feather. I'm not asking you to do that, but have that image in your mind. So it has to be that gentle, but it's still long. Okay? Long and deep breathing in and breathing out. We do that first, and then we will coordinate our movement with that breath. Okay. So let us release whatever we have in our lungs. Give a nice sigh. And now we will start a very gentle, long, deep in-breath. Keep breathing in, a little bit more in to feel the air in the upper lobes of the lungs. Hold it for a moment, and then just release gently, little by little. Let's start our next deep, long in-breath, slowly, gently, in, a little bit more in, feel the air in the upper lungs, hold it for a moment, let all the oxygen to be absorbed by the blood, and release it gently. Let's take a few more such long, deep in-breaths by ourselves. Filling all the lungs. Such deep, long in-breath. Hold it for a moment. Gently release. Now let us do the same breathing with our movements. You can gently open your eyes. Let's use the same pattern of the breathing. When you're breathing in, gently raise your hands gently while you're breathing in and interlock your palms on the top and stretch. Hold the breath for a moment. And when you breathe out, gently unlock, simply come down. Let us do our own pace. Whenever you are breathing in, gently raise your hands all the way up. Keep breathing in. And interlace the fingers. When you stretch, hold the breath for a moment. When you breathe out, gently let it come down. Let's do 2 more times. Let's do one more movement. Bring your arms to your hips, and we are going to twist our upper body with our breathing. So just like same breathing pattern, breathing in, keep turning your hips and your upper body slowly, slowly, slowly go all the way up. And when you are ready, turn and hold it for a moment. And breathe out, you will gently come to the middle. This time we go to the opposite direction, breathing in. Keep breathing, keep moving, turning. And breathe out, gently come to the middle. Let us move our neck also along with the moving of the upper body. Breathing in, turning, moving, turning our neck, looking the back of the shoulders. And breathing out, come to the middle. Breathing in. Come to the middle. One more time to each direction. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Once you come to the middle, bring your hands down. Take a moment to observe the new sensations you may feel in your palms, in your arms, and in any other parts of the body. Let's try to feel all these subtle sensations, subtle vibrations, and sometimes even pulsations you can feel throughout the tips of your fingers and other subtle sensations in other parts of the body. As a result of our deep breathing, you may feel more lightness in your body. You just got good volume of oxygen to your whole body. All the cells in the body are absorbing those oxygens. You may feel more lightness throughout the body. Try to feel all these subtle sensations on your skin. Let us be with the body. Nowhere else but here and now in this body. With this awareness of the body, we will slowly move back to our chairs and we will slowly sit down.
Dear spiritual friends, after you have done your body movements, now you have new sensations, new feelings in your body in this sitting posture. Adjust your body into a meditative posture, keeping your upper body somewhat upright, chin somewhat parallel to the floor, and better you can keep your both palms on your lap, right palm on the top of left palm. And you can keep your both eyes closed gently. This is your meditative posture. Take a moment to feel how you are keeping your body. After physical movements, now you are in sitting posture, in a comfortable meditative posture. You can feel your entire body and relax. From the top of your head to the tips of your toes. From the tips of your toes to the tips of your fingers. Feel the entire body and relax. Be with your body. Anywhere in your body, any new sensation, any feeling, acknowledge them and relax. You can feel your body, the muscles, where your body meets the chair or the cushion, how the muscles are pressed. Or the clothes that you are wearing, the touching sensation of the clothes. You are keeping your both palms together. The fingers are touching each other. Feel that touching sensation in between your fingers. You may have a warm sensation maybe. Feel the entire body and relax. You are keeping your both eyes closed. Through your closed eyes, you see nothing. It helps you for a better meditation. Feel your closed eyes. Pay your attention into any sound you can hear around you. When you pay your attention mindfully, you can hear even a very little sound. Keep your listening. I'll ring this bell and do a chant for you. The sound of the bell and the chant will help you to settle your mind, to gather your attention into this present moment. until the very end of the sound of the bell and the chant. Be with the sounds. Sansare sarughe vinite Sangite satang suci sare di sang Sandhire kangsun tanu pelasang sang lapedi sing panemi bisa sang Keep listening. Listen to your mind. You can still listen the sound of chanting resounding in your mind. Take a moment to observe this present mind. You may have different other thoughts in your mind, even right now. That's okay. That is the nature of your mind. Various types of thoughts may occur in your mind, one after the other. Let them occur. Observe them and notice them. Whether they are pleasant or unpleasant, positive, negative, or neutral. Some thoughts may be related to past. Some thoughts are related to future. Some thoughts may occur in your mind related to present. Notice all these thoughts. Noticing the thoughts, you are understanding the nature of your mind and how the thoughts are occurring in your mind. Right now, you are here to practice meditation. With this understanding of the mind, now you can generate whatever wholesome thought purposely in your mind. We are generating loving kindness, thoughts of loving friendliness, wishing everyone else to be well, to be happy, to be peaceful. Loving kindness is the goodwill for all beings without exception to everyone else. You have that capacity in your mind. First, you can start from yourself. Think about yourself. The person sitting right here, your body, your mind, your life. Genuinely make the wishes of loving kindness for yourself. Mindfully listening to the guidance. Repeating in your mind. Generate loving kindness for yourself. Be with the guidance. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. May I be safe. Be healthy. Be healed. Be healed. Be healed. May my mind be well. Be healthy. Be healed. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. May I have a happy mind. May I have a happy mind. May I have a happy mind. generate loving kindness and radiate throughout your body into each and every parts of the body. Radiate your loving kindness, wishing a healthy body. May my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. Radiate loving kindness into all the parts of the body, to the skin of your body. The skin, the largest organ of the body. Deeply appreciating the support of the skin, which helps to protect your body. Radiate loving kindness throughout the skin. Penetrating the skin. Radiate loving kindness into the muscles and the bones of the body. May the skin, the muscles and the bones of my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. Radiate loving kindness into all the systems and internal functions of the body, into all the internal organs of the body. Even in this moment, they are functioning for you. Deeply appreciating the support of all these systems, including the respiratory system, the cardiovascular system, the digestive system, the genitourinary system, the nervous systems, all the other organs, the sensory faculties, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and the brain. May all these systems and the organs of my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. May I have a healthy body. May I have a healthy body. May I have a healthy body. The loving kindness you are generating is boundless, no limits. Now it's time to expand your loving kindness beyond yourself. The same genuine wishes of loving kindness to everyone else. Expand your loving kindness. Let's start from here. Wherever you are practicing this meditation, Think about these spiritual friends who are practicing this meditation with you. And let's share these wishes of loving kindness with these spiritual friends. May all these friends who are practicing this meditation with me be well, be happy, be peaceful, be peaceful, be peaceful. Think about your beloved ones in your life and extend these wishes of loving kindness for them to your family members, relatives, friends, neighbors, co-workers. May all of them be well, be happy, be peaceful, be peaceful, be peaceful. Let's expand our loving kindness more and more beyond the circle of our beloved ones to all other beings, not only for humans, to all the other animals, all the other creatures living near or far away places, visible or invisible, large ones, tiny ones. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. Observe your mind. Your mind is full of loving kindness. Loving kindness has made your mind peaceful. You are peaceful right now. You are relaxed. Now gently shift your attention to observe your breath, to practice breathing meditation for few minutes. As a silent meditation, mindfully observe your in-breath and out-breath. If you have changed your posture, better you keep your upper body upright. Take a deep, slow breath as a start. Slowly breathe out. Feel in the relaxation of your upper body. Feel the chest area, both shoulders. Keep your awareness in between your upper lip and nostrils to feel how you are breathing in and breathing out. Throughout the whole process of breathing, be with the breath. Mindfully breathe in, mindfully breathe out until you hear the sound of the bell. Be with the breath. Dukkha patthaca niddukkha bhayam patthaca nibbhaya. Sukam patthaca nisukha hontu sabbepi paninu. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are grieving be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Gently come out of the meditation and gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. And let's take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have this peaceful meditation in our life. And let's deeply feel grateful to all the enlightened masters and the teachers in the past who transmitted this practice, this wisdom, this teaching from generation to generation. And also, you can deeply appreciate the instructions and the guidance you received for this meditation today. Let's deeply feel grateful to anyone else who helped us today to practice this meditation, to come to this library, who arranged this place for you. Let's deeply feel grateful for them. And even these non-living things that we are using for this meditation, the chair, the cushion you are sitting on, this bell, the device which helped to connect to this meditation from home, deeply feeling gratitude and appreciating the support. Let's say sadhu 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
It was such a deep and silent moment, and nobody will believe that there are about 40 people in this room. I really appreciate your commitment, your practice, and I wish that may you carry this peace to the rest of the day and the week and the weekend, and may you share this peace with many others you meet. And look forward to see you again. And until then, good night. Yeah. Those who are not in our mailing list who would like to receive a reminder with a nice quote, please write your email address in that book. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.